Coach, the sun is set in Chicago. The temps have dipped and will continue to do so. Jacket and blanket weather. It's that time of year at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerge from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. 3 quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go. Wide 58's the mic.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
There we go. Going to 53.
Check 50.
26.
A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Block us. Let's go.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Tony Pollard.
There we go.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
3rd down.
Third play in this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Here we go. 47.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
26.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
47. Then we're going to 53.
2 yards. Brings up 4th down.
26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Stop. Lock in. 180.
Watch 54. Watch 54.
Red, top.
They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double
And
up.
they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. He was trying to dance in around the sideline, but fell just a couple of yards short. Still, he's got him in great position.
He certainly does. They did a nice job keeping him from getting into the end zone, but they're definitely back on their heels after that run.
They run with David Montgomery, the 3rd-round pick from Iowa State. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Here we go. 180. Here we go. Going to 54. 180.
Let's go. We got this.
Here we go. 26.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Okay, baby.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
it's third down.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Hey, here I come. Here I come.
Now Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018, 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the third time in 4 NFL seasons. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
Get in the weight room.
What do you think?
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on third.
Could play an exotic coverage.
Here we go.
Kill.
58, boys. 58. 58 is Mike.
Prescott from the gun. Complete to Jason Witten. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 37.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, second and 8.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
On second down now, Pollard fights off the defender. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
Gun.
Switch. 59.
Here's Prescott.
You must be getting tired of
He'll
seeing
let
this.
it fly for Austin. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
180!
I got wide. 6 guys.
From the 40 now on second down. Trubisky. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
180!
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Exit.
First down, a run with Cohen.
Switch gears. Hey,
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
We got this.
Gabriel. It's a gain of a yard.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Bears 7, Cowboys nothing.
180.
Check.
Alert.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Get that ball.
They'll run on first down.
Whip.
It's going.
Watch the whip.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Yeah, baby.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Mike 180.
Mike 50.
Hey, alert.
Silver. Check 26.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
There we go.
Adam
Nice move.
Shaheen,
Nice move.
his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0.
The score Bears 14, Cowboys nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25.
We played to win. Let's
The Cowboys
go.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Here we go.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Kill. 26.
They'll run with Pollard. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Kill.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
26.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Let's go, baby.
Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here we go. Go to 54. 180. 26.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
It's coming again.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go to 54. 180.
Switch.
26.
Prescott. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Forbath, the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Cowboys 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. So he nearly took it the distance, gets him down inside the 10 for a 1st and goal.
I'd love to be in his head right now, because is he rewarding himself for a great run, or is he kicking himself because he didn't get all the way to the goal line?
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
That's it, baby. That's it.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
He couldn't get in there, though.
Run.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. They'll run forward with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
Touchdown.
David Montgomery with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25.
Get ready.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
50.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
Give me that ball, defense.
Ship.
On 2nd down, Pollard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They can't hang with us.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And that little deke, the juke move that we saw, able to give him the 1st down yardage before he's brought down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And the Cowboy 1st down.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. 1st down, Prescott.
He don't know no better.
He's got the connection to Cooper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards and a Cowboy 1st down.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
All you get is a headache.
On 1st down, Pollard. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Check. Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field,
Got
defense.
the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
A gain of 16
I'm
yards.
okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Kill.
On first down, Pollard.
24.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
At the 28-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
He's coming.
64. Wait.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott wants a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Prescott.
Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
47.
Woo! Let's get it.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He finds his man. It's Austin. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Cowboys first down.
Prescott now, 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you.
Quick dad.
26.
Run for Pollard. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
Pollard, the ball carrier.
Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
26.
Now Pollard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Too fast, baby.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
That's it. Big hit.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Forbath will put this one through. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Cohen. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
You got him.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think.
And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike, 54.
Don't let him breathe.
Trubisky gives to Cohen.
Don't let him breathe, defense.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
First down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
On first down, Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense can go retired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They're the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Sit up. 180.
Mike's 5-4. Let's go, D.
Blue.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Trubisky. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Maximum effort, partner. Minimal gain.
Yeah, minimal gain. Looked good, though.
Red, up.
All day, just like that. Just like
X3, 218, chopper.
They'll try to run forward with Cohen. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field. But they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Come on, let's go. Let's go. Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board and get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tony Pollard with touchdown number 23 here on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
They try again with Cohen. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Blue.
Get out of here, man. He's crazy.
Now it's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Palmer.
You got time right there.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
Here we go.
He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games for whatever reason. Their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go. Wide eight. Hey, kill.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Shift. Watch the shift.
Check.
Blue draw, Concord.
Fresno.
26.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
I got you, son. I got you.
26.
Prescott to throw this time.
You're all right.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, watch it.
Right stone. Travel.
26.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jason Garrett might be wanting to reconsider the decision to go for it there. And the Bears will get the football back. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, baby.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Get up. 180.
Check Mike 54. Mike.
Red.
Let's go, defense.
18.
Let's go, defense.
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Let's go.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
That's good for a Bear.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Trubisky now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Alert.
Trubisky will throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Adam Shaheen was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Blue. Stop.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. Oh, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And this offense last time turned it over before 4th didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
Maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
On 3rd down. And he is going to have the first down as he's up to his own 13-yard line.
Let's go, fella.
They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Last year, Dak Prescott had 3 fourth-quarter comebacks, and he's in search of another one right now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On second down now, Pollard. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
I'm going to hit you all
Give him 3
day,
on the
baby.
play, and it'll be 3rd down. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
All right, D, let's go. All right, D.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And a Cowboy.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
58 to Mike. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Pollard try the right side. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
4
Let's
yards
go.
the pickup, first down.
A gain of 4 yards. First down, Dallas.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk about it. Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as they'll drop him for a loss of 4. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Kill.
Who that?
26.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas 1st down.
Let's go.
They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago.
Mike, check, 59.
Watch the screen. We're going to 54. Wide in. 26.
He's back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. It'll be a handoff to Pollard. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
46. 26.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Wide in.
59. Yeah. We don't want none.
Here we go. 46. 26.
One last shot now for Prescott. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.